Picture this: a blistering summer day in suburban Phoenix, Arizona, the kind where the heat shimmers off the pavement like a cruel mirage, and the air feels like it's trying to cook you alive. Jenna Harper, 8 months pregnant, is inching her beat-up Honda through the packed parking lot of Desert Valley Medical Center, her hands trembling on the steering wheel, sweat soaking through her loose sundress. She's not just hot, she's exhausted, her ankles swollen to twice their size, her baby girl kicking like she's practicing for the World Cup, and her blood pressure's been spiking so much her OBGYN called her in for an urgent checkup. All Jenna wants is a parking spot close to the entrance, one of those reserved spaces for pregnant women or folks with mobility issues, because the thought of waddling across this asphalt inferno makes her want to cry. She spots I-Tone last open spot, right by the walkway, a beacon of hope under a faded sign that screams priority parking in bold red letters. Her heart lifts, she flicks on her blinker, and she's just starting to ease forward when a sleek silver Lexus SUV roars out of nowhere, tires squealing, cutting through the lot like it owns the place. In one slick, infuriating move, it slides right into Jenna's spot, stealing her moment of relief like a thief in broad daylight. Jenna's jaw drops, her hands freeze on the wheel, and for a second, she thinks, maybe they didn't see me. Maybe it's a mistake. But then the driver's door swings open, and out steps Vanessa Caldwell, all designer sunglasses, glossy ponytail, and zero remorse. She's the kind of woman who looks like she just walked off a Pilates reformer, her yoga pants probably costing more than Jenna's car payment. Jenna rolls down her window, her voice shaky but polite, because that's who she is, not looking for a fight. "Excuse me," she calls out. "I was about to park there. I'm 8 months pregnant, and I need that spot." Vanessa turns, tilts her head, and flashes a smile so smug it could curdle milk. "Sorry, hon," she says, her voice dripping with fake sweetness. "It's dog-eat-dog out here. Better luck next time." And with a little toss of her hair, she slings her Prada bag over her shoulder and struts toward the medical center's glass doors, her heels clicking like she's walking a runway, not a parking lot. Jenna just sits there, stunned, her chest tight, her baby kicking harder as if she feels her mom's humiliation. Behind her, a pickup truck honks, impatient, nudging her to move on, like her moment of injustice doesn't matter. She blinks back tears, not from sadness, but from the sheer unfairness of it all, the way Vanessa's words cut deeper than the heat. "Dog-eat-dog? Really?" To a pregnant woman struggling to breathe? Jenna clenches the wheel, her knuckles white, and drives on, circling the lot until she finds a spot 5 rows back, exposed to the full fury of the Arizona sun. By the time she parks, her hands are shaking so bad she can barely turn off the ignition. She rests her forehead on the wheel, whispering to her belly, "We're okay, little one. We're gonna make it." The walk to the entrance is brutal. Each step feels like wading through molasses, her lower back screaming, her breath shallow. She clutches a small towel from the passenger seat, wiping sweat from her face, trying not to pass out. Inside, the medical center's air conditioning hits her like a gift from above, but that hollow ache in her chest won't budge. It's not just the spot, it's the way Vanessa looked at her, like she was nothing, like her struggle was a joke. Jenna's not one to dwell on self-pity, but something about that smirk, that careless shrug, makes her feel small, invisible. Meanwhile, Vanessa's already at the front desk, tapping her manicured nails, complaining loudly about how she nearly fainted after her spin class and needs to see a doctor now. She doesn't mention the parking lot, doesn't need to in her world. She won, end of story. But what she doesn't know is that someone else saw it all. Marla, a nurse on her break, was sipping an iced latte by the window when she caught the whole scene. Vanessa's reckless swoop, Jenna's defeated slump, that snarky dog-eat-dog line. Marla's been at this job long enough to know Vanessa's type. The HOA president who bullies neighbors over mailbox colors, the one who thinks rules don't apply to her. And Marla's not the only one watching. Jenna makes it to the desk, her voice barely above a whisper as she checks in. "Dr. Coleman called me in," she says. "My blood pressure's been high." Marla steps forward, her eyes soft but sharp, and says, "We've got you, sweetheart. Let's get you settled." She leads Jenna to a quiet exam room, skipping the usual paperwork, and hands her a cold water bottle and a fan. Another nurse, Louise, brings in a fetal monitor, and soon Jenna hears her baby's heartbeat, steady and strong. a small comfort in a day that's felt like a battle. Dr. Coleman comes in, his voice calm but firm. You're under too much stress, Jenna. This heat, this pregnancy, it's a lot. We're keeping you here till you stabilize. Back in the waiting room, Vanessa's getting antsy, scrolling her phone, muttering about how some people get special treatment. She leans over the desk, her voice sharp. I was here before that pregnant lady, and I'm still waiting. My neck's killing me from spin class. The receptionist, a pro at handling entitled types, just smiles tightly. You're next, ma'am. But Vanessa's not used to being ignored, and she doesn't notice the glances Marlo whispering to Luis, a patient named Clara who saw the parking lot drama and is now glaring from across the room. Vanessa's world is starting to shift, and she doesn't even know it. Here's where it gets good. Clara, a retired librarian with a no-nonsense vibe, had filmed the whole parking lot showdown on her phone, just in case. She's not one for drama, but something about Vanessa's smugness lit a fire in her. When Marla passes by, Clara pulls her aside. I got it on video, she says quietly. That woman's stealing the spot, mouthing off. If you need it, it's yours. Marla's eyes light up. Send it to the admin. We've had complaints about her before. This might be the push we need. By the next day, the clinic's supervisor has seen the footage Vanessa's Lexus swooping in, Jenna's blinker flashing, that dog-eat-dog, line clear as day. It's not just one incident. Vanessa's been a problem for months, snapping at staff, demanding VIP treatment. The admin team drafts a letter, polite but ice-cold, informing Vanessa that her care's being transferred to a clinic across town, one with a smaller staff and a longer commute. When she picks up a prescription and gets the letter, she's livid, storming back to the desk, demanding answers. But the receptionist just points to the letter, and Marla, passing by, gives her a look that says, "You did this to yourself." Jenna, meanwhile, is healing. Her husband, Mike, shows up after work, his face a mix of worry and fury when she tells him about Vanessa. Who says that to a pregnant woman? He growls, holding her hand. Jenna just shakes her head. People like her always get away with it. But they do not this time. Over the next few weeks, the clinic steps up. New signs in the lot. A hotline for reporting bad behavior. Jenna feels seen, cared for, and her blood pressure finally stabilizes as her due date nears. Then, one afternoon, as Jen is sitting in the clinic's garden, sipping lemonade Mike brought, Vanessa appears. Her usual polish is gone, her hair's a little messy, her eyes uncertain. "Jenna," she says, voice low, "I owe you an apology. What I did, what I said, it was wrong. I was having a bad day, but that's no excuse." Jenna's heart races, part of her wanting to snap back, but she sees something in Vanessa's face, shame, maybe even growth. "It hurt," Jenna says simply, "but I'm glad you're here." Vanessa nods, a small smile breaking through. "I'm trying to be better. I hope you'll see that." The moment isn't perfect, but it's real. As Jenna and Mike head home, the sun dipping low, casting golden shadows over the lot, she feels lighter, like the world's tilted back in her favor. Vanessa's still got work to do, but she started volunteering at the clinic, listening more, learning to step back. And that parking lot, it's no longer just a battlefield. It's proof that kindness can outlast cruelty, that community can hold you when you're falling. So what do you think? Was Vanessa's apology enough, or should she have faced tougher consequences? Have you ever seen someone like her get called out or get away with it? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's talk about what justice looks like in moments like these. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real stories that hit close to home.